seen, you should know that.
Hello, my name is Reggie with RMVI Gene, and this is the Revitalize Hope webpage. And I'd like to thank you for joining. And if you're watching us on YouTube, our RMVI Gene YouTube channel, I'd like to welcome you as well. And please make sure you click the subscribe button below. If you really enjoy these videos, please leave a comment, whether you disagree or agree with the conversation topic. So, let's keep the conversation going. So feel free to leave a comment, and I'll definitely make sure you subscribe. Today, I want to talk about something that's sort of a bit of a challenge because it can be really personal to some people. But I don't have a specific topic yet, but it's based on family, and I have spoken in several videos about families before, kind of touched on it, and I kind of wish I would have went into a little bit more on this aspect of the family issues or things that come up about family. So basically, let's get into it. When we talk about family before, we talked about the importance of being a family, the loyalty, the friendships, the commitment to the family members. But there are times when a person can be a part of a family, be born into a family, but they may not feel like they're part of the family. And I'm sure there are many people who can probably agree and understand with what I'm saying. Just because you're born into a family and you have the same last name as a group of people, you may not feel like you're a part of that family, because sometimes family members can develop cliques, or bonds with certain groups or certain members of the family that's stronger with certain individuals, but not with other parts of the family. And it doesn't mean they don't dislike everybody. It just means that with these groups or individuals, they seem to click more. And sometimes when that happens, it causes one person to where they don't really have a person in their family that they click with. So when they don't click or have that bond with someone within their family, they start looking outside of the family to have that bond, because they sort of feel like they're an outsider. They don't feel like they're really a part of it. And you might notice this, especially when you get somebody who just kind of moves away from the family, and there's really no like, wow, I miss you, I'm hesitant to do it. It's like, I'm leaving, because they're looking for something else. So, but this brings me to the point of when we get to funerals and loss of family members. And one thing that I have noticed, and just tell me if you agree, that not a lot, but I have witnessed occasions where people have lost someone, but a funeral is more of a family reunion. And it's really difficult because you got people who haven't spoken to each other in a year, 2 years, 3 years, people who barely speak. They may be on your Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, or they may be a follower or part of one of your social medias, but they never like a video. They never like anything you say. They're just sort of there. And what ends up happening is, it's like come time when someone passes away, it's like, oh, I've been wanting to talk to you. I've been wanting to call you. Or they're speaking to you like you guys talk every day. And you're kind of like, we don't, why are you acting like we're so close and so tight? So I think that people need to learn that getting together for a family event has to be more than just for funerals. And I think, I guess that'll be the topic. It's just that we can't use funerals as a way of saying, this is a way of getting together. This is a way of keeping in touch. And if you haven't spoken to somebody in a long time and you haven't had any communication, and I'll be honest with you, there are people in my family that I have not spoken to in like 5-6 years. Now, I'm the one in my family that travels, that lives outside of the states, outside of the state that they reside. So when I go home, it's like a 14-hour ride. I'm catching a plane, so I'm, flying across the country to get back there to see everybody. But when I go back to see everybody, it's like I just flew for 2.5 hours or drove 13-14 hours to come home, was supposed to be home and with family. But people can't drive 30 minutes and 20 minutes or, an hour to see me. I had to go do all the visiting to them. And to me, that's just sort of weird. It just sort of, I don't understand that. And then when someone passes away, it's these same people that want to be like, oh, we're family. Oh, how are you? I miss you, man. I thought about you every day. I've always thought about you. I just wanted to check on you. And in your mind, you kind of like, you got my number. You've been talking to everybody else but me. So why all of a sudden now you want to talk to me? So, I think it's just a point that if you are going to be family and you do say that you love your family, love everybody in your family. And even if you don't talk to somebody every day, it doesn't hurt to call them once a month. You know what I'm saying? Once or twice a month. Just to see how they're doing. Send an email, send a text message. Hey, what's going on? Send something. But don't just pop up after somebody dies and you haven't spoken to this person in years and just want to get on the phone or jump into stuff like, y'all been talking every day. If you're going to be a family, be a family. Make sure everybody feels like they're part of the family. You need to do that. And I understand. There are some people in you got them in every family. You got some people in the family to where you're like, wow, this person's off the chain. This person is just too much. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, one of the other things, and I'm gonna do this on the Simply Straight Talk Show. I'm gonna have this discussion. Do you think it's right to cut people off? Or cut family members off? At one point I would have said no, but now that I'm older, yeah. Because you have to look at the situation. Do you cut a family member off just because, they might have repeated something you didn't like or something like that? No. Or maybe you wanted to do something, but they did it and, something like that, something stupid, no. But if you decide that you want to cut a family, like say if a family member is doing something that's jeopardizing you, let's say like it's jeopardizing your health, or if you're married with kids and it's jeopardizing your relationship with your kids, it can cause you to go to jail. For something like that, then yeah, you may have to cut that family member off. You may have to put some distance between you and that person, because that's not something that's, minor. That's something that's affecting your life and the life of your family, So for something like that, I can say, yeah, if you have to cut a person off for a while, you may have to until they get themselves together. But talk to them first and let them know, like, hey man, this is hurting you. If I can't roll with you because it's going to hurt me too. So if you love me, you change. If you don't, then whatever, so you got to look at it like that. But the point is, don't wait till people die in the family to decide that and tell somebody that I've always wanted to talk to you and I've been looking to talk to you and I thought about you every day. There are so many ways to communicate with people now that it's ridiculous to even walk up and say that to somebody. I wanted to call you out. Even if you feel like you can't talk to them verbally over the phone, you can always send a text. A text is a good way to test the waters. Hey, how you doing? If you get a text back that's like, fine, then all right, just checking on you, make sure you're okay. I've been thinking about you. Let it go. But if you get a text back that's like, hey, everything's going good. What's going on with you? Hey, they just opened the door. But the thing about it is, don't wait till somebody died to decide that you're going to be family again, that you want to jump back in and talk. If you're going to be family, be family. Like I said, even if you only text or talk to that person once or twice a month, do that. Send an email, do something to let that person know that the next time they see you face to face and you say, wow, I've been thinking about you, then they can say, yeah, well, you know what? They have texted me a couple times and, once or twice a month, I always hear from them. Then it's more legitimate. But when somebody never hears from you from like a year or more, and you're talking about, man, I've been thinking about you, wanting to call you. Honestly, bull, that's what you call it, all that. But, that's the moral of this little story. Like I said, this is just a little short video. I just want to come out and say something about that. So hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully if you have something going on with your family or a family member, this may kind of motivate you to just do a little more to include everybody. Like I said, sometimes being face to face with family members isn't always good, but sometimes sending a Facebook message, a text message, just something to let them know that they're being thought about is a good thing, and it will be appreciated. Because then you can kind of test the waters and see how the conversations go. Sometimes a phone call is the best thing to do, or sometimes go out to lunch, but just try to do your best to make it. And if it doesn't, then you can say you tried. If you have to cut ties with your family, which I understand. I mean, some people feel close to family and some people don't feel close to family. They feel like I have no family. Like I'm related to them, but it's not like we're family. So it's tough. It is tough. But you know what? I think you can do it. I want you to keep your hope alive, that for you and your family and anyone that has lost someone out there, I definitely send my condolences and my prayers and I pray that you get blessings and comfort to your family. So hang in there, be strong, and just don't give up. And most importantly, try to find a way to at least have a compromise of respect for those who are in your family and you consider family. Hey, this is Reggie from RMVRG. Thank you for watching this, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, and also don't forget to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down and leave a comment, and I would love to hear from you and continue this conversation. And by the way, tell me, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're connected to your family? Do you feel like you're maybe separate from your family? Do you feel like you're a part of your family, or have you cut your family off for some reason, or have you distanced yourself from your family? Leave a comment below. You could probably get some good advice, not only because I will respond back, but we got some other great people who will probably give you some great advice, who are probably going through the same thing that you are. Hey, this is Reggie Miles with RMVRG, and don't forget to revitalize hope in you and somebody else today. I'll see you next time.
Here I stand with you, wishing you the best in all you do. Always look for the breeze of love, calm and gentle from above. Na. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through. Don't look back, it's not the end. Give life your best, and I know you can win. You see, as a friend I'm here for you. You should know that. As a friend I'm here for you. Here I stand with you, wishing you the best in all you do. Always look for the breeze of love, the breeze of love. Here I stand with you, wishing you the best in all you do. Always look for the breeze of love, calm and gentle from above. Na.